We're Delta Ray. And you're watching Bull Sessions in the Skype Live studio.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Eric, Ian, Liz, and Brittany here as Delta Ray with us this afternoon.
Hi.
Welcome to town, you guys. I'm so happy to have you.
Thank you.
One of our fans here today had mentioned that you guys are coming back to town for a concert tour, which we're excited about, the Doug Fir, coming up in August. So we're looking forward to that. So if you guys want to get tickets, 98.7 The Bull will have them. Don't worry, we're your country concert leader. But if you want to go get them tonight, Doug Fir is the place to find them. A great venue. Have you guys been there before?
We haven't, but we've heard a lot about it.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's very eclectic. It's very hippie-ish. It's very Portland. You're going to love it. So it's a great place. Awesome. A lot of fun. Man, I love your guys' sound and so much about you guys. But the one thing that I love about you guys is you guys have put in some long hours, long nights, and you guys travel a place all over the place. You guys have worked with Willie on Farm Aid. That was pretty cool. That's got to be a really fun event to be a part of, to see that whole thing in its majestic of what it's all about.
Honestly.
Huge thrill.
It was a thrill, and I actually used to work on a farm. I was a manager of a sustainable farm down in North Carolina. So for me, we actually reached out to Farm Aid a long time ago and was just like, you know, obviously they're legendary, and just to say, you know, thank you. We're so grateful for what you do for farmers all over the country. And when they reached out to us to see if we wanted to play with them when they came to Raleigh, which is where we all live now, it was a huge honor and thrill, and just an experience I'll never forget.
Yeah.
It was really rad, and they do so many wonderful things. You know, from exposing people, you know, who are in food deserts to great local food, to helping farmers who are in crisis. It was just, it was awesome.
And they do a lot of kickoff programs for the FFA, which is great as well. So it's always nice. Speaking of the thrill of a lifetime, you guys got to work with Lindsey Buckingham of I want to say Mick Fleetwood, but a Fleetwood Mac. I mean, what an honor.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a rock legend. How did that come together?
So actually, it was a pretty amazing. There's two parts to the story. The one part is that there's a bit of deflation because we never got to meet Lindsey.
Oh, okay.
But the really exciting part was that when we were making, we were re-recording a song called "If I Loved You," which is actually the next song we'll play for y'all. And our producer was a guy named Rob Cavallo, based in LA. And so we had been sending ideas back and forth and working on the song kind of remotely, and he was doing a lot of the studio work at the time. And so when we showed up in LA finally to come and do the final vocals and kind of finish up the recording, we walked into his studio and Rob said to us, "Hey, has anybody told you about the guests on the track?" And we're like, "No, we hadn't heard about that." And he said, "Oh, okay, well, I don't know if you guys have heard of Fleetwood Mac." And so
had we heard of them?
We've been performing The Chain ever since the band started as one of our, you know, kind of foundational cover songs.
I light the candles in my Stevie Nicks shrine every night.
Well, you kind of got the shirt going on with the long sleeves.
I'm not trying to
Yeah,
hide it.
good.
She's my idol.
And so Rob said, "Well, you know, Lindsey was over here the other day,
Oh,
and
man.
and you know, I was playing him some of the stuff, and you know, he really liked your track, and he just picked up this 12-string guitar and started playing along." And I said, "Lindsey, you know, that sounds great. Let's throw it down."
Yeah.
And so at this point, our jaws are all on the floor, and when we finally got in the studio to hear the kind of magic that he had brought to the song, it was just it really transformed it. We had been missing something. And, you know, I guess you can always rely on Lindsey Buckingham to deliver that thing you're missing. So
Yeah,
it was
let
cool.
me grab this 12-string right here and just make it happen for you guys. It's great.
We haven't had the opportunity to thank him in person yet, but we are all hoping that that day is coming.
You guys' number? Let's do it on FaceTime. And we got, you know, hey, we met Lindsey Buckingham.
Do you have his number? I'd love to get that from you.
I'm sure someone can find it. Google it. I'm sure whatever will pop up. But you guys are family, and that's the cool thing. When we were at CRS, we got a chance to find out a little bit history about you guys, and you're all family. Liz is like a third-generation family member. So we just kind of squeezed her all in there. But it's got to be fun for the three of you guys growing up as childhood playing music. How many total instruments do you guys play?
With Mike and Grant, I mean, the thing is, Eric can pretty much pick up any instrument and play it, so it's kind of an infinite
Guys
list.
like you make me mad.
I know, all of us.
Super mad.
I'm so jealous.
I would guess that, you know, including the trash can that we bring on the road with us, that we
Right.
play with the chains in the traditional
Sure.
form, I would say that we probably are playing any given night, you know, 10 to 12 instruments between us. It's really fun.
It's a talent.
Keeps
It's
things
talent.
exciting.
It's good. It's awesome. Well, I don't want to keep talking because we could talk all day long. I want these people to hear the magic that we heard in Nashville at CRS. And ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it going. Put your hands together for Delta Ray.
Thanks, Dan.